Hello and welcome to another Tabletop Ramblings Middle-earth strategy battle game battle report. For today's battle report we have something slightly different. We have a scenario from the Rohan at War sourcebook. This scenario is Ride Out, where Theoden, Aragorn, Gamling and Legolas and a couple of Royal Guard are charging out down the causeway and into the horde of Uruk-hai. This is a great thematic battle, but the original scenario is a little bit one-sided and it is virtually impossible for evil to win. So today we're going to slightly tweak it. There's still the same participants, but we are going to give the Uruk-hai the Endless Horde special rule until the 3 captains have been killed. So any time an Uruk model is taken off the board, it'll come straight back on in the next move phase, presenting much more of a challenge for good and also better replicating the unlimited supply of Uruk-hai that the brave warriors of good are charging into. Another slight difference to the sourcebook scenario is that the forces should deploy quite a lot further away from each other, as the board should be quite a lot bigger than this display board that we have today. So for turn 1, to simulate that, good will have a uncontested priority with no heroics being called from the Uruk-hai. The 3 Uruk captains are this Berserker, the Banner and the pointy captain in the back. And as we say, the Uruks will have unlimited warriors until each of those 3 captains are removed from the board. So without further ado, let's get stuck straight in to the Rohan charge. End of the movement phase, and all of the good heroes have charged down the causeway and into the Uruks. The Uruks have then just piled in and joined as many fights as possible. Even if they lose and die, they'll come straight back on. So their objective is just to go straight in, try and drain the might and the resources from those good heroes and win in a war of attrition. Good, on the other hand, are going to try and cut through as quick as they can and start killing captains. There's no shooting, as everything's engaged in combat. Legolas could have played that daft game sitting at the back and shooting the heroes, but that's fully against the spirit of the scenario. So he's stuck into combat and will start rolling for some fights. Start of the combat phase, and Aragorn using his 3 point of might and the other 3 heroes using 1 might from their store are all calling heroic combats. So first off, Aragorn's heroic combat. He is against 2 Uruks with 2 pike supports. So it's 4 dice each. Aragorn 3 + 1 on the charge. Aragorn gets the 6 there. He's 1. So he doesn't have Anduril in this scenario, so he is rolling, needing 5. So his first double strikes does nothing. His second does nothing. That is not good. His third does nothing. Oh, it's just not worth the might. And his last one does get a kill. So they are pushed back. This chap knocked prone and only 1 dead. That is an abysmal start there for Aragorn. Can Legolas do better? Legolas 3 attacks on the charge. Again, he is against... Oh, in fact, this time he's against 5. He's going to struggle slightly here, but he only needs the 6 to win with his high fight value. Can Legolas do it? Ooh, yes he can on a 5 high, because the Uruks completely forget how to fight. Can he show Aragorn how it's done? He needs 5s on his first double strikes and he gets a 6. So then putting both of them onto the remaining chap, killing him. He is then able to go in on the pikemen. And that is good because those pikemen are weaker, easier to kill. Although actually with his strength 4, they're not easier to kill. But they do allow him to get through and break through. Even though some of the Uruks are going to be coming back on, at least he is making ground. Next up, we will do Gambling. In fact, no, we'll do Theoden next. We'll do Theoden against, he's against 3, 1 with 2 pike supports. And he has 3 attacks on the charge. And he loses quite badly there. There is the banner reroll from Gambling, which does it, just clutches that. So these are then re-rollable because they're all double strikes. He doesn't do anything on the first lot, but he does there on that 5. So these chaps don't back away. They are going to allow him to just be trapped as he's knocked down by cavalry. It doesn't matter. Just to not make too much ground. Probably should have done the same here, but hey-ho. And then Theoden is going in on the pikemen and on that chap there. He could have done it without mounting the side of the board, just to pull 1 away from Gambling, so that Gambling's heroic combat is more likely to go off. He's now just fighting against 2. How are these split off? Yeah, there we go. So he is fighting against 2. So Gambling on the charge against 2. Gambling again, 3 on the charge, loses his banner reroll. Oh, Gambling, he can't win even with might because he's blown it on a heroic combat. So Gambling has lost, and they are going to be striking his horse, needing just 4s. His horse is double dead. He's off his horse. Gambling, Throne Rider, he's fine, but he is off his horse. We'll back him away and we'll grab his dismount soon. Didn't even gather up any dismounts for Rohan because in practice games they have still done well, although this is not going the same as other games here. Gambling off his horse, that is not good. We'll put a marker next to him to remind us. So then we've got the rest of the combats. We've got Theoden now fighting against 5. We were expecting Gambling there to pull some off. Hopefully Theoden can roll high, and he botches it as well. Theoden, you fool! And his banner reroll just to a 1. Theoden now unable to use might. He's going to be taking 5 strikes. That is not good at all. We'll just check the scenario to see if he's got a shield. In fact, we'll roll first and then we'll see if he's got a shield. So if he's got a shield, these will be 6s. If not, it's 5s. Oh, he's taken 1. And we'll just double check the scenario to see if he's got a shield. Fortunately, Theoden does have his shield. He's fully kitted out for war for this charge. So it's just 1 wound there on the 6 as he is defense 7. So he backs away, cops a wound, and he's going to save his fate for later. Then it's the final fight here. It is Legolas against 3. He's 3 attacks on the charge. He's the only one so far that's done anything. Can he continue? Yes, he wins the fight. This banner bearer, of course, is a captain rather than a banner, so there's no reroll for evil, just in case we have forgotten. So nothing on the first lot. Oh, in fact, we should be doing these 2 at a time. So there we go. That's 1. No. And yes. So he kills 2 pikemen. Not bad work there from Legolas, but everyone else absolutely bottling it. And that is just 6 dead Uruks from that massive charge. And they are going to walk straight back on at the start of next turn. And let's roll for priority and see if good can, I would say, keep momentum, but maybe even just gain momentum at this point. And it is evil priority. So Aragorn, using his 3 point of might, is calling a heroic move. And this banner bearer captain, who is probably in the most danger, is going to use his might to counter. So, rolling to see who goes first. Aragorn on a 4+, and the Uruk on a 1, 2, or 3. It's a 3. The Uruk-hai captain goes first, and Rohan's charge could be over before it begins. We will we'll move the Uruks and then come back. After the movement phase, and the Uruks have just piled in. This captain has gone in on Theoden, along with quite a few friends, to try and break Theoden there. And then here, Gamling has been charged by one with 2 pike support, but then Rohirrim has managed to countercharge to give the knockdown and hopefully allow Gamling to at least do some work there. There's 3 on Legolas, 4 on Aragorn. This could well be messy in this choke point as well. A lot of the Royal Guard have been unable to get through, and then the Uruks have advanced. They've just come onto the board, not moved any further. The captain who called the heroic move didn't charge forward, he's just staying back nice and safe, as has this captain, allowing the Endless Horde to do its work. This captain, as we've said, has charged in, as he's relatively confident that he can give Theoden a run for his money, as Theoden's not on the charge. So, again, no shooting. We'll go into the combat phase. Start of the combat phase, and even more might being spent. Theoden is striking because he's fight 5 against a fight 5 captain. Gamling is calling a heroic combat. He is only against 1. The pike support don't need to be killed, and then he is helped out by a charging Royal Guard. So hopefully they can kill him, try and help out Theoden, who otherwise is in quite a lot of trouble. And then Aragorn is using a point of might to try and do what he failed to do last time, cut through, because if he's somehow able to kill them and then into the pikes, a successful heroic move could get in on these captains. So, bit of a long shot there for Aragorn, but that is the ultimate plan. So, after all that's said and done, this captain is calling a heroic combat, because at the moment he's got friends, but if this combat goes first, then Gamling will pull those Uruks away. So, a roll off to see which combats are going to go first, whether it's the Uruk-hai or Gamling. And on a 4+, it's good. So Gamling's combat will go first. We'll set the bar with evil at 3 6s. That sums up the Uruk-hai this game. They have been incredible. They're definitely not caught off guard here. They've seen the film. They know what's going to happen. So then we have the charging Royal Guard on just a 5, and then Gamling on a 5 as well. Banner reroll. So Gamling is going to have to spend his last point of might to draw the fight. Oh no, in fact win the fight, because of the synergy between the Royal Guard and Theoden, increasing the Royal Guard's fight value. That is crazy that it took all those resources just to win the fight, but there we go. So the Royal Guard is strength 4 on the charge, even though that's part of the army bonus. It's one of the rules for the scenario, and he gets the kill there. So that Uruk is dead, and can we fish him out without wrecking everything? Yes, we can. And then, as we've said, the Royal Guard charging in on the pikemen, allowing Gamling to help out Theoden. And then this heroic combat, although now it's no benefit to the Uruk captain. So striking, we'll see what Theoden goes up to. He goes up to fight 10, so he's going to feint, and he has just 2 dice. But first off, we'll do the Uruk-hai captain and friend. So the captain there gets the 6, of course he does. So a lot of pressure here on Theoden. He needs high dice, and he only gets a 4 banner reroll. A 2. Theoden, with just 1 might left, loses the fight. Even though he struck up high, he has lost. So the captain with strength 5 is wounding on 5s against Theoden. So he is going to strike Theoden and absolutely bottle it. No wound there on Theoden. The pikeman, can he do it? Now, it would be 5s on his horse to try and cripple his attacking power, or he can risk it 6 on Theoden. He's only got 1 fate, 1 might. If he bottles it, he'll die. We'll go big. 6 to wound Theoden. It's a 2 anyway. Theoden survives that there by the skin of his teeth. He backs away, and the captain screams and roars at him, ready to smack his head in next turn. So then the other heroic combat is Aragorn. Aragorn with just 3 attacks. He's not charged against 4 Uruks. He needs to win this. And he does on the 6. He now needs 2 5+s. 2 5+s to kill those 2. Can he do it? No. He kills 1. He would need to go down to 0 might, so just 1 free per turn, and it is just not worth it. So he's going to kill that chap there. This pikeman would have gone slightly round just to block him off, and that then is continuing Aragorn's fairly abysmal kill streak. The next fight, we'll do Legolas. Legolas, just 2 attacks because he's not on the charge. He needs a decent score here. He doesn't get it, but he's in banner range, and he still doesn't get it. He is vulnerable here, and he's also completely useless in combat without a horse. So he is going to spend a point of might to win the fight on fight value. That is going to take him down to just 1 might, but he really, really needs to keep the momentum going. So needing 5s. Oh, that's it. That's what we like. 2 dead there. That potentially gives him a route onto the captain. That is well worth that point of might. Well done, Legolas. Bizarrely, the only one doing any killing this game is Legolas, who is notoriously rubbish in combat. So then we have the charging Royal Guard against 2 pikemen. And he wins because he's a higher fight value. He's fight 5 on the charge near Theoden. So first set of dice doesn't kill. The second does with his double attacks. 2 on the charge, double to 4. He is doing some work there. And then the final fight is Gamling on 3. Gamling with just 2 attacks. Loses. He can banner. He has lost. That is not good. And he's only defense 6. So these are 5s to wound. 2 wounds on Gamling. He needs to pass this fate. And he doesn't. With just 1 might left, Gamling is dead. The royal standard falls into the dirt. And this is not going well at all. This is really, really not good here for Rohan. Even without the reinforcement special rule, they would still be struggling here. This is going to take a miracle now to turn around, but it is still more than possible with the killing power of the mounted heroes, as long as they can remember how to roll 6s. So let's roll for the turn 3 priority. It's only been 2 turns and we've lost Gamling and Theoden is wounded. This is ridiculous. It's a draw. As it was evil last time, it goes to good. And straight away, this slightly endangered banner captain is going to be calling a heroic move. And Aragorn, with his 3 might per turn, will counter. Who's it going to go to? 1, 2, 3, it's evil. And it's evil. The banner captain again getting everyone around him. is going to go first. This is not good. Not at all for the forces of good. Just about the end of the move phase, and it is brutal. The captain has decided just to charge into Legolas. Even though Legolas has been doing quite well, he's going to go in, he's going to get stuck straight in and try and bring him down. There's 5 guys on Aragorn, the captain, and loads on Legolas. Just 1 on this chap to pin him down. The captain and 3 there on Theoden, and then this chap here tagged him, and he has charged into combat just to tie them up and stop them trying to rescue Theoden. It is not a good day to be Rohan. But this chap here is yet to move, and he is going for the ultimate long shot. He is going to go well against the spirit of the scenario. He's going over here, and he's going to jump down, and he's going to roll a 6 so that he can charge into that pikeman. No, it's a 3, but at least he's able to jump down. He's down and ready to charge behind enemy lines next turn. Good, need to do something here to put some threat onto the Uruks. The only thing that we've not done yet, which we've forgotten, which we'll do now, is the 5 Uruks that died last time come on. And they should have come on at the end of the evil move, which actually would be now, to be fair, as it was a heroic move. So they have come on, and that rider's fairly scuppered, but he needed to get into the fight, and it's just carnage. Let's go into the combat phase and see what happens. In fact, no, there is a shot. It's a throwing spear. He's going to throw that onto the pike support to help out Aragorn. He hits. Another 6 or even a 5 will do it. Oh, it's a kill! The Rohan Royal Guard, complete ninja, has killed one of the pikemen to help out Aragorn. What a little legend. He's run nearly over the wall, pretty much, pirouetted down and thrown his spear. An absolute ninja. Let's go into the combat phase. Start of the combat phase, and Theoden is going to strike. It's his last point of might, and the banner is gone, so he won't regenerate. But he needs to win the fight. He's a higher fight value, as the Uruk captain's only a 5, but it does put a lot of pressure onto Theoden. So we'll let evil set the bar. The captain, doesn't do very well. His 3 friends get a 6. So that is evil on the 6. Theoden needs a 6 to win. And he absolutely bottles it. Even if he'd saved that might, there's nothing he could do. And he's probably technically trapped, but we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He backs away, because obviously in real life he would be able to back off the display board. So that's a lot of dice coming at him now. The captain and 3 friends. So the 3 friends needing a 6 to put a wound on Theoden. Don't do it. And then the captain needing 5s. Doesn't do it as well, but he's got a point of might. That is a wound. So that 4 up to a 5 means Theoden now needs to pass his fate. And he does. Theoden, no might, no fate, 1 wound. Backs away, and he is fine. That is it's not going well for Rohan, but at least Theoden's alive. We'll then do this fight. This is a bit better for Rohan, as we have a probably... In fact, no, why bother shielding? He's not going to shield, he's going to stab. He's going to stab that Uruk against 3 dice from Rohan, because 1 is on the charge and 1 is not. And they lose. The stabbing Uruk has won. He needs 5s. He's going to go for whoever. And a 2. He doesn't do it. But that really does sum up Rohan's game. And they back away. We've then got this 1-on-1. And it's a draw. Not on the charge. We'll just double check. Rohan Not played with Rohan for a little while, so I can't remember if they have to be on the charge to get the +1 fight value being around Theoden. So +1 fight value buff to warriors within range of Theoden is only if they charged. So it's a draw. 1, 2, 3, it goes to evil. Oh, it does go to good. Here we go. Come on, Rohan. And it's a 6! And the Uruk dies. That is impressive there. That's the swing now. Rohan are going to smash through. So come on, Legolas. He's not on the charge. He does have higher fight value. Captain's, of course, unable to strike. So 1, 2, 3, 4 plus the captain. We'll roll the 4 plebs. We'll let evil set the bar. Not quite. And then the captain, a 5. And he is out of might. He has called 2 heroic moves. So Legolas just needs a 5. And he's got a 6. He's going straight for that captain. The captains here have shields, so he does need 6s. And he doesn't do it. He can't might it either. The captain backs away. That is not at all the result Legolas wanted, but at least he won his fight, unlike the majority of the Rohan heroes. We then finally have Aragorn. 3 attacks against 4. Because one of the pikemen was killed by a throwing spear. Come on, Aragorn. Aragorn loses. Oh, dearie me. Aragorn has spent his free might. He's going to spend a point of might. He's going to go down to 1 might to win that fight. This is abysmal. And can he wound? He kills 1. That is shocking. They back away. So they have backed away. And Aragorn only killing 1. He's killed 1 every turn, but it's costing him so many resources. Down to 1 might. None on Theoden. There's only... oh, in fact, 2 on Legolas. It's still doable. It is still doable. So... rolling for priority. Rohan need this. And it goes to evil. Of course it goes to evil. Evil there with priority. So Aragorn, using his 3 point of might, calls a heroic move. And Pointy, who's moved down, ready just for this occasion, is going to counter. This surely has to go to Rohan. 1, 2, 3 evil, 4 plus. It's Rohan. There we go. Aragorn will be able to move first, charge, and bring some guys with him. Hopefully, they can pick up the momentum now and start getting kills. He's easily within 6 of everything, so we'll do Rohan's move. End of that heroic, and this is how the scenario is meant to go. Lots of charges, all in Rohan's favour here. Although, with the poor start, it's still not looking good for them. But Theoden fighting the captain with these 2 tagged by the charging Royal Guard. This chap here charged. He's come in, he's tagged into these 2, trying to block off so that Legolas is fighting the captain by himself. Aragorn ready to punch through, and this guy has charged in to try and just form a bit of a wall and to start killing Uruks. We'll do the evil move, and then they will as well have 3 reinforcements to come on. Just 3 killed last turn. End of evil's move, and Pointy Captain has charged in with all his friends onto this Royal Guard. The Royal Guard is on the charge, so he's even fight value, but if the inevitable heroic combat goes off, they're going to be able to spill out and try and take down Legolas and co. The chap here has managed to get in onto Legolas. Other than that, just piling in. Not much that the Uruk-hai could do after quite a successful heroic move from Aragorn. That is all of the moves. There's no shooting. We'll go straight into combat. Pointing Captain is calling a heroic move. The plan is just to smash through Rohan as quick as possible. It does leave only 1 might on the field for evil, so The momentum now will definitely start swinging towards Rohan, but if they can kill enough and break through, then there won't be enough guys to use that momentum, and good will fail. So that's Evil's plan. We'll let Rohan set the bar on a 4. That is not good. Then he is surrounded by 5 guys and the captain in the big red. They win and they butcher him. He goes down, and the forces of evil there get ready to move on. So 2 into Legolas just to try and bring the Elven Prince down. The captain could play safe, sort of hide in the corner, or he could go in, make his presence known. He's going to go in. He's going to lead by example. He's going to be brave. Can his friend fit in? No. So these 2 are just going to chill out at the back. This pikeman moving to support against Legolas. That is the heroic move, and we'll get on with the rest of the combat. So we'll do Legolas, I think. He is against a lot of guys. He's against 4 and the captain. So that is 4 and the captain. Oh, and they do really, really badly. Legolas on the charge. 3 attacks. He's going to be hard-pressed to fail it. He nearly tried, but no. 5, and even the 3 with his higher fight value would have won. That is shocking there from Evil. And Legolas now with his double strikes. He's going to put the first 2 double strikes onto the captain, and he does 1 wound. The other double strikes on the captain, 1 wound on that captain, and they are all knocked prone, smashed to the ground like skittles. We'll lie them down so we remember. He's just been knocked over by the daft pikes, and that is a good result there for Legolas. He has been solid this game. He has done some serious damage. Maybe the captain should have respected that and not charged him, but there we go. So we'll do this one next. It's 4 on the charging Royal Guard. Can the Royal Guard do like Legolas and win? Yes, he can. This is the swing now for Rohan. He is going to go after... He's going to try and punch a hole, I think. Or is he going to cover the... Yeah, he's going to go for him first. Kills him. And the other guy... Oh, not quite. So he knocked prone. All these guys. And he is removed as a casualty. Next, we'll do Aragorn. 4 on the charge. Oh, it's not the world's strongest. He's against 3. Who win the fight. Aragorn, unbelievably useless, has lost. He's going to burn a point of might. That is going to take him down to 0 might. He does get his free one, but that is not good at all. So on the pikeman, no. In fact, they're both pikemen. Yes, and then his final one, no. Oh, but actually, he's on the charge, isn't he? And yes, so he has killed these 2. But at the cost of another point of might. It is not going well for Aragorn at all. But at least now he has broken his 1 kill a turn streak, and he's managed to kill 2. So then next we have the captain and 2 against the charging Rohirrim. We'll let the Uruks set the bar, and they get the 6. Can Rohan do it? No, of course not. Then the Urukai rolling to wound. It is 5s across the board and nothing. He backs away. The captain and friends unable to do it. Can Theoden do something in this fight? It's captain and 2. Theoden is on the charge, so he has 3. There's an even number of dice, even fight value. Oh, Theoden. 3 high, no might. He loses, and it is 5s on the captain and 6s on the Uruk warrior to kill him. And he's fine. Theoden has been useless, but quite lucky when it comes to not dying. That is impressive there. The Uruks starting to lose their momentum. They got a bit cocky, really. And then here, the Uruk's not going to bother shielding. He's going to stab because he'll walk back on anyway. He's lost and dies. Rohan finally in the game here. They have lost nearly all of their resources. They've lost gambling. Theoden's nearly dead, but now they have started to kill. So let's roll for the next turn priority and see if they can keep doing what they're doing. They win priority. That is what they need. Last point of might on the board for evil, for this Berserker captain calling a heroic move. Aragorn is going to call a heroic move with his free and his only might. Roll off, and it goes to evil. That is not at all what Rohan needed, and it has definitely reopened this game back up so that anyone could win. After evil's heroic, everyone's been able to get up except for the 3 not in range and have piled in. There's now both captains on Theoden, a couple just tagged up, and Legolas in a lot of trouble. Although with his knack for rolling 6s, he should hopefully be okay. Just one tying up Aragorn, and then there are still a few left to move. It is Good's priority though, so this rider here is going to charge into both of these, and he's going to throw his spear onto that chap and miss, of course. So he's in there, and then for evil's move, he's well in range of Aragorn, and this guy has to stand. So with only 3 inch, he can't reach Aragorn, so he's just going to charge in there and help his prone friends out. And then coming back onto the board, we have a chap with a shield and 3 pikemen. The pikemen coming down here where all the captains are and where evil are starting to really, really hurt Rohan. That's the end of the movement phase. No shooting, so we go into combat. We'll start off up here. The charging Royal Guard, who's been a bit of a ninja so far, against 2 prone and 1 chap. He loses. Only the guy that's not on the ground can make strikes, but it is double strikes needing 5s, and he kills him. He is an unlucky Royal Guard there in the end. These 2 stand, and he goes down. We'll do Aragorn next, who's fully out of might, so if he continues his streak of botching the roll, he's going to be in trouble here. He's not actually trapped, which is an oversight there. He's won the fight, though. Finally, Aragorn has remembered how to fight. He's not remembered how to kill, but he does get one of them. In fact, he's going to kill the chap that's behind him, just to try and form a little bit of a line, although it might be too little too late. And that has at least now stopped Legolas from being trapped. So Legolas is against the captain and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 friends. So the captain and 6 friends grab an extra dice. So the captain and 6 friends setting the bar. They've got the 6. Legolas, just 2 attacks. Can he do it? He's done it a lot this game. Can he do it? Oh, a 5. That's enough. With a point of might, Legolas has won the fight. Legolas, absolute champion. These guys back out. We'll back them away in a minute. He has won, and he's going to go straight for that captain. Oh, and he does a wound. And his final point of might, 2 wounds on the captain. That was unexpected. But then we have underestimated Legolas. He has done 2 wounds to the captain. Can he kill him? This is the captain's fate. And the captain fails his fate. The captain goes down. Legolas, absolute monster, hasn't lost a fight and has killed that captain. Despite having having not even charged. What an absolute beast. We'll back these chaps away. Legolas cannot get over that. So 2 on 1. In fact, no, it is, 2 on 1. I'm picking up the wrong dice, but said the right thing. Rohan lose, 5s to kill him, and he is dead. There is only Legolas doing work here. Come on, Rohan. There's a 1 on 1. It is possible here that Rohan can do it, but always unlikely. They lose. 5, no. So he backs away. He is still alive. And now it is Theoden. Theoden against 2 captains and 2 friends. The captains are out of might, so we will roll the captains together. In fact, 3 friends. That pikeman as well. So the captain and 2 captains, 3 friends. So we'll do the captains, and then the friends have got the 6. So the pressure now on Theoden, who again bottles it. Out of might and has lost. So the captains, he's not trapped, amazingly. And with good priority, they've been able to do the fights to stop things being trapped. But he's going to be taking a lot of strikes here. So 3 from the normal guys needing 6s. He takes a wound. He does have a fate. He could do it. First captain gets the kill on a 5. Being strength 5 is massive there. And Theoden is dead. Rohan have taken a beating this turn. Although they are 1 step closer to victory as one of the captains is dead. Can Aragorn and Legolas and one lowly guy solo this game? The game ends only when one force is fully wiped out, so it is still possible for good to win. Let's roll for priority, and it goes to good, and evil have no might. So this chap is going to charge in. He's going to throw his throwing spear into the captain, see if he can kill him. He hits! And he wounds! He wounds the captain! The pointy captain now down to 1 wound. He's going to save his fate for later as this chap charges in. In fact, onto both captains. He's just going to go crazy there. He's going to kill both of them. And then Legolas and Aragorn are just going to fight their way towards the... if he could fit in. If not, he'll wrap around onto those 2. While Aragorn charges in there. Aragorn and Legolas making a beeline now for the 2 captains. Then the Uruks will all swarm on, and the just 1 dead Uruk will come back on. Obviously that captain is not coming on with the Endless Horde special rule. End of the movement phase, and the Urukai have just swarmed. Aragorn, Legolas, everyone is just getting overwhelmed by the tide of evil. There's no heroics to be called. Evil are out of might, and there's too many there for Aragorn to kill, because there's more than 1, and also because he physically can't kill 5. He's going to save his might to try and win the fight if he gets a 5. So we'll let him set the bar. Oh, and he gets the 6. So he's going after the guys that are between him and the captain. So the first one, dead. Second one, not dead. He's going to use his 3 point of might. And then that chap, also dead. And then he's got another one for being on the charge. Not quite, but 3 kills there. That's the Aragorn we know and love. 3 dead Urukai. And then he smashes these guys prone. Guy backing away. That is Aragorn there, doing some work. He can now heroic move into a captain. It is still doable. Legolas, can he do it? He's against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This guy couldn't quite reach the combat. So that's 8 dice for evil. They've set the bar at a 6. Legolas on the charge. He's never failed to win a fight, but have we jinxed it? Yes. Legolas loses that fight. Oh dear. and he's in a lot of trouble. It's possibly now down to Aragorn to win this. So these are wounding on 5s. Legolas in trouble. These are double strikes as well. He's taken 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wounds. 8 wounds there. No way that he's got enough fate for that. And the Uruk-hai have splattered Legolas. He has done incredibly well this game, but he just couldn't quite hold out. Then we have the 2 captains and 100 other guys against that rider there, the Royal Guard. We'll let him set the bar on a 6. He's only fight 4 because Theoden has died, but he has at least got the 6. The 2 captains get a 6, and then they butcher him. He did his best, but his best just was not good enough. Gandalf really needs to hurry up now and come down that mountainside with Éomer, because it is now all on Aragorn. So we'll roll for priority. It goes to good, so at least he'll get to save his might. He is just going to charge into this captain and friend. Even though he can't quite balance, we know he's there. We'll shimmy the captain back. This is a scenario to be played with a fairly generous spirit, I think the phrase is. So that's absolutely fine. And we will come back after the Uruks are piled on Aragorn. End of the movement phase. Aragorn now fully surrounded by 14 Uruks and the captain, while this captain runs off to find Éowyn in the Glittering Caves. Can Aragorn, 4 attacks on the charge, manage to set a high enough bar? Oh, that is not good. He does have a point of might, but there are 14 Uruks against him. Not even got that many dice. I assumed Aragorn would do something decent, so we've got 7 here. These are doubled. Oh dear. And the Uruks have won. Aragorn now in a lot of trouble. Let's see if we can find enough dice. So we have 14 dice here, so they'll be doubled. He is only defense 5, even if he's 6. I think he's 6 actually, but they are still wounding on 5. So 14 dice. These are double strikes, so we'll roll them twice. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds on Aragorn. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 wounds. He's not got enough fate, and Aragorn is dead. The charge has failed, and the Uruks are victorious. Gandalf and Éomer run down the hill to charge and save the day, but it's too little, too late, as the Uruk-hai have slaughtered the really unlucky Rohan there. They just could not catch a break, losing all of the heroic move roll-offs, rolling no higher than about a 4 on all of their heroes except Legolas, and even he just couldn't withstand the might of the Uruk-hai. So an evil victory there. Helms Deep has fallen. I hope you enjoyed this not quite film accurate scenario. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.